Welcome back into our league studio, everyone. I'm Alex Bastiavansky, and yes, this is NOJHL Game Day. On tap for today are some huge matchups, and I'm here to get you all set before the puck drops, so let's get to it.
Pass across from MacArthur. Didn't hit. Nice play.
Shooting, scoring! And what a snipe! Oh, he smoked them like a Christmas ham, as we say. Back cross ice, what a save by Laurel! History has repeated itself. Greater Sudbury has won back-to-back NOJHL championships.
Hey, welcome back into our league studio, everyone. I'm Alex Bastiavansky, and yes, this is NOJHL Game Day. On tap for today are some huge matchups, and I'm here to get you all set before the puck drops, so let's get to it.
Pass across from MacArthur. Didn't hit. Nice play there by Atkinson, shorthanded, in alone. Aiden Atkinson scores! He goes top shelf, and he makes it 1-0 Thunderbirds.
Aiden Atkinson draws first blood for the Sioux Thunderbirds against Timmins last night. It was the home opener for the Birds, who were 2-1 coming into the contest. They made the second round of the playoffs last year and are looking to take the next step this time around. Just $110 after the first goal. Cregan Tompkins adds to the lead, banging it home out front, and then in the third, more from the T-Birds.
Shot it wide of the net. Kim can't get it out. Turnbull on it, back to the point. Dekoff, the shot, scores! Matt Dekoff makes it a 3-0 Thunderbird lead.
Timmins would add a very late marker, but it was the T-Birds sending the home opener crowd away happy with the 3-1 triumph. Hurst was south of the border in the Sioux. It was the home opener for the Eagles, who were 0-5 on the road to start the campaign. They were hoping to finally grab their first points of the season, but it was ultimately the Lumberjacks that would strike first in this one.
Turn around as Abraham would dump it right back down low. Camo, Thompson, and McKay out there. Dangerous line. And finds it right there, Camo. First goal of the night comes 12 minutes into this game. Back to Ouellette, looking for a man, gets his pass deflected on the way there, but now he finds one, and that goes in by Taylor.
It almost sounded like it hit the glove.
2-zip Lumberjacks after two. In the third, though, the Eagles finally grab one.
He's joined out there by Hoff. Colton Huxon, who has it now. Colton skates in, looking for Nemesek off his tape. It's loose in front, and they score! Ethan Hoff puts one in just at the end of the power play. Eagles start clawing back and make it 2-1.
Wasn't enough on this day, however, as the Lumberjacks add two empty netters to skate away with the 4-1 victory, spoiling the Eagles' home opener. Okay, two teams off to good starts this season. Hooked up last night. Powassan was in Kirkland Lake. Braden Begley puts the Voodoos in flight in the first with the power play marker. It was 1-zip Powassan. In the second, though, the Miners would respond.
Out there, now Lenars gets control. He's by himself right now. Now he flips it back. And Harper up, there's that Steuben, and he finally solves the problem of Derek Champlain and tying this game at 1 apiece.
5 minutes later, however, Powassan jumps all over a Kirkland Lake miscue.
And Russo loses it. Now breaking down, that's Caleb Dawson in all alone. Quick little move, and gently slides it between the 5-hole, and Powassan with a shorthanded goal here takes a 2-1 lead. And that's a high blistering shot over the net by Danoff, which sends Cowell breaking away in an angle. Quick shot, and he scores.
Yeah, 3-1 Voodoos. And then in the third, a goal of the year candidate right here.
He holds it in, and now it will slide out. And here we come, cutting down on the angle. That's Boats. Boats with the low behind the back, and in between the legs and up over the shoulder with a fancy little move. And Janice taking a little exception to the hot dogging.
That was sick. Powassan wins this one going away. They take it 5-1. French River was winless on the season as they hosted the Storm last night. Down 2-zip in the first, they finally hit pay dirt here.
Get it out in front, shot, and he scores! There it is. Coming back with it. I think that was Rojo Bolton, 93.
Sure was, and he was calling for it.
Clark digging away. Good job by the Storm. Here comes Clark. Clark cuts through two players. High shot. Lands in front, they score! I think that's Clark with the berry there.
Announcer Lou Pisano finally with a reason to get pumped for his Rapids. Alas, that excitement wouldn't last. In the second period, Benjamin Kupal gives the Storm back the lead, and then in the third, Landon Trethewey with what would eventually be the game winner right here. French River stays competitive in the contest, but ultimately falls short. They lose 6-3. Today, they will try to get on track as they host Kirkland Lake. Last season, it was competitive between the two squads as they split 4 games between them. Rapids 0-4 in the campaign, though, while the Gold Miners are now 2-2 after losing last night. Blind River taking on the Hearst Lumberjacks. Last weekend, they tangled in a fantastic contest. Hearst won 3-2. The Beavers just 1-4 on the campaign so far, while the Jacks are off to a great start, currently at 5-1. The Powassan Voodoos hosting Iroquois Falls tonight. The Voodoos, of course, winning 5-1 last night in Kirkland Lake. The Storm have won 3 straight games. Voodoos 4-1 to start the campaign. The Storm now 3-1-0. And the Sioux Eagles desperate to get a win, taking on Timmins. Timmins won 8-5 last weekend in a crazy back and forth contest. The Eagles 0-6 on the campaign. The Rock, after losing last night, fell to 2-2. And the Sioux Thunderbirds hosting the Sudbury Cubs. The Cubs, of course, knocked the T-Birds out in 4 straight games in the second round of the playoffs last year. Thunderbirds 3-1 in the season. The Cubs are 3-2. Who else is streaking to start the season? Well, some point streaks for you from Espanola. Joseph Coates, the first-year NOJHL player, is first in league scoring and on a 7-game point streak to start the campaign. Ty McKay from the Hearst Lumberjacks off to a rockin' start. He is third in league scoring, and he's on a 6-game point streak, 6 goals, 7 assists over that time. And from the Sudbury Cubs, the D-man Spencer Horgan, this beautiful highlight reel goal right here. He is currently on a 5-game point streak, 3 goals, 3 assists over that time. Primetime player from last night, Derek Champagne from the Powassan Voodoos, a standout in goal, stopping 39 of 40 shots to help the Voodoos to the win on the road. And your play of the day brought to you by BrokerLink. Auto, home, and business insurance. BrokerLink. Life is confusing. Your insurance shouldn't be. It's definitely. Jeffrey Potes for this beauty. One of the goals of the year.
And now we will slide out. And here we come. Cutting down on the angle. That's Boats. Boats with a low behind the back. And in between the legs and up over the shoulder with a fancy little move. And Janice taking a little exception to the hot dogging. And Boats will pick up that goal.
And that's all the time we've got for today. But just a reminder, all throughout the season, to stay up to date on everything that's going on with the NOJHL. Be sure to check out the league's official social media outlets. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time.
We see Hello and welcome inside the Powassan Sportsplex for a very short pregame here as the Powassan Voodoos are set to take on the Iroquois Falls Storm. Thank goodness for Alex Batravansky in his game day video because he got you basically all started up for this one. I'm Courtney Kenny, pleased to be joined by Ben Long. The starting lineup for the Iroquois Falls Storm, Landon Trethui with Lucas Peaver and Benjamin Kupal. And it's Bruce Gray with Colin Chestnut. In net is Justin Sullivan, who's 1-1 on the season with a 450 goals against average and an 875 save percentage. Ben, who is starting for our Powassan Voodoos?
For the Powassan Voodoos, we have the line Justin Russo, the captain, starting at center with Jesse Lefebvre on his right side and Caleb Dawson on his left-hand side. At the point, we have Jackson Marnell and Braden Bagley, and in goal, we have Thomas Naja. And he's having a decent season so far. He's got one game played. Not great numbers, but he's hoping to improve on them this evening.
He did come in relief in the first game as we're underway, as Derek Champagne had to leave with an injury at the time. And he was able to bend but not break for the Voodoos to win that game. Speaking of bending and not breaking, this is going to be the D-core. We'll touch on that at the next whistle. But we are underway. The Storm in their road whites are going left to right in this period. And the Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left as quickly back around it's Marnell. Up to Dawson. Dawson flipping it down, and that's going to be Houdon gets to it. Now Russo. Russo with the puck, chasing after it, and that's going to be picked up in the corner by Keegan Fox. Now it's going to be stuck against the boards on the far side, and chasing after that, the Voodoos have it at the point, taking the shot. That one never made it in as it hit a body. Jasoni was able to keep it in briefly, and down the ice it's going to go. That should go for icing. And indeed, the Voodoos aren't at full health right now as the infirmary of the defense corps is filling up. As of last night, Devon Brown was out with an upper body injury after Wednesday's game against the Espanola Paper Kings. And then last night in Kirkland Lake, both Marcus Kratz and Dylan Roussel left the game and are day-to-day with lower body injuries. So, the Voodoos had 8 defensemen rostered. They only have 5 out there, so they had to bring up Carter Buckman from the U18 Trappers, who's making his NOJHL debut here today, so congratulations to him. Jasoni getting the puck down to the blue line, trying to carry it through, couldn't quite get it. Now it is for Ryan Saginaw, who's quite happy with his Penn State football team winning today. Just want to say, Ryan, the Ohio State Buckeyes got a win today, too.
Oh, hi.
Yes, sir. Puck on the far side for the Voodoos. Chasing after it is Head flipping it out. The Voodoos have shaken up the lines a little bit, especially with the addition of Jax Pereira from the battalion coming down. You'll see him out there, number 12 for the Voodoos. Buckman getting his first shift. He's paired up with Jackson Cullen, his old D partner with the Trappers last season. And the shot coming from distance, and that's blocked aside by Najo. Puck out front again. Big block made by Buckman, and the puck is going the other way. Trying to get down the ice, that was Brownlee to Cowell. Cowell on the half wall now. He scored a goal last night in the Voodoos' 5-1 victory over the Gold Miners. Both teams coming off victories, as the game day video told us. Marnell from St. John's, Newfoundland, chasing after it. Marnell with the puck. Gets it down the ice. Cowell got a piece of it, so no icing there. Now the Storm with the puck. That's Chestnut. Plays it to the near side. And back down the ice into Voodoos territory it goes. And it will have legs for icing, as that's Bagley who touches up.
Looks like Jack Pierre's getting 2 minutes for hooking, his first penalty here in the NOJHL. I know he played one game with the battalion and scored their season opening goal. So it's exciting to have him. I believe he scored a goal last night when you were
He did not, no.
Didn't he?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong. But you were there for that game at least, so
yeah.
you are an authoritative figure on that.
He looked good. I'm not going to lie. I mean, that's what happens when you play at a high level and then come back down. He might have to get used to the smaller rinks a little bit, but...
Yeah, and new teammates and a new system and all the things.
Yeah. Storm starting this power play. It's back to Gray. Gray back on the far side. Shot. No pass into the corner. It's played on the near side. Trying to get a hold of it, but that's a good play by Bagley to get the puck out. Bagley scored his first Voodoos goal last night. And it was a bit of a volleyball play as the Kirkland Lake player, as a good stick by Dawson, knocks that puck into the corner. Player for the Gold Miners batted it in with his glove. And now Trethewey walks out. Trethewey into the slot, plays it to the far side. He might have had a good shooting lane there. As now Gray passes it to the far side. On the far side, the Miners with the puck. Looking for some options, try to get it out front. Now they do. Shot on goal is denied. Now rebound chance at the slot, or at the point, was blocked by Marnell. And Najo's just gonna jump on it and cover it up. Dawson with some rough stuff afterwards. And it looks like, I think there's a penalty called against Iroquois Falls.
I'm not sure who was getting called on that one, but that penalty kill line of Dawson and Russo, I think is going to turn out to be one of the best penalty killing lines for this whole league. They've proven dangerous. They've scored a shorthanded goal between the two of them.
Yeah.
And they've, in any penalty kill I've seen them do, they're just really effective out there. Russo, who's been a prime penalty kill in this league for a couple of years, that's sort of a new role for Dawson, but he's taking it very well.
Matthew Ouellette is going to be in the box. So we are 4-on-4 for 1 minute and 5 seconds. Cowell, out front, good chance, and they just put it wide. Saginaw was looking to get the Voodoos in flight in this one, but couldn't quite make it. Now Cowell with a good body to get between the puck on that one. Got it to Saginaw. Saginaw back for Cowell. Cowell chasing after it. He throws a hit, knocks his man to the ice. And now the Storm trying to corral it in their own zone, but a good stick by Saginaw disrupted that. And that was Demers with the puck. Now onto the near side. And on the other way, that's sent in by the Storm on an offside call. Pretty bang, so the Voodoos didn't take exception to that late shot.
No, that shot I think might have actually left the stick before the whistle even went off, but either way, we have a face-off outside the zone.
St. Pierre against Heath Bradley in the face-off dot. 4-on-4 for 30 seconds still. Now Cullen ties up his man, knocks him into the boards. Bradley looking to get a hold of it. He does. Plays it back to Buckman. Buckman back for Bradley. Bradley up for Cullen. Cullen leads the rush. Cullen walks in, takes a shot that's off a body and into the corner. Now the Storm trying to go the other way. Flips across ice. That pass was disrupted though, or just missed his target anyways, and Dawson nearly got a piece of it. On the far side, Voodoos, or the Storm, sent it down the ice as they're officially on the penalty kill. Now Cullen tries to flip it around, tried to get it up for Dawson. He was just out of his reach. Now Fox flips it right back in. Najo out to play the puck. Najo thought about leaving it there, but there's a Storm player right on him. Now Bagley plays it around behind his net. No one was there. Dawson quickly turns. Running out of time on this shortened power play already. Bagley with the puck. Bagley from behind his own net. Going down the ice. Flips it forward to Lefebvre. Lefebvre plays around with it. Lefebvre still has it somehow. He walks the line, leaves it behind for Bagley. Bagley with the shot, and Sullivan makes his first save of the game with the Voodoos crashing in around him.
And that was a rough entrance from their own zone, but they managed to get down and get a good-looking chance. Lefebvre's been shown really good puck handling skills this year. I mean, as long as I've been following him since he was on the Trappers, he's been a good player with the puck, and you know, I think this year he could be a really big year for him.
He's been off to a bit of a slower start, slower than I'm sure he wished. He only has 2 points in 5 games, and both of them were assists. He got an assist on the empty net goal for Dawson yesterday, in which he probably should have scored it, but Caleb made sure the puck was going in the net, and he told us after the game he didn't want his first Voodoos game to be an empty, or goal to be an empty netter. So now Bagley, as we're back to 5-on-5, carries the puck in. Bagley lost it though, and going the other way is the Storm. Peaver looking for his options, goes back to the point. Now a quick one-touch pass from Gray is picked off by Lefebvre. Lefebvre leading the rush. Lefebvre cross ice for Russo. Russo tried to get a quick one-timer on net. It just missed by the side there, and Russo disrupting everything with his stick. Now a big hit thrown on Lefebvre. Russo blows a tire, and the Storm are able to get the puck back down the ice. Jasoni got a hand on it, but couldn't quite get to it. Now DeBox plays it up for Landry. Landry going for a skate, flips it in, chasing after it. Landry, and we're going to see a penalty. It was a Storm player who touched it, so I believe it's going to be a Storm player who goes. And the box is already open on the visitor side.
And I didn't see what that penalty was called on. I think it was away from the puck call.
It was a slash either way.
Yeah, I saw a slash, and it's McCoy that's in the box for 2 minutes. And we have Jackson
Ryan McCoy, former Powassan Voodoo, I believe.
Oh, yeah.
Jax Pereira out here on the face-off for the power play. And he's tied up, but the puck's played back to Cowell, a little bit too hot to handle. Now St. Pierre tried to get it away from Cowell, but Cowell picks it back up on the back check. Cowell back into the middle. Got it to the far side. Pereira with the puck. Pereira over to Cowell. Cowell looks to shoot, maybe looking for a tip from Boys. And his shot slash pass is just out of the reach of everyone and back down the ice. Now Bagley with it to Cowell. Cowell flipping it up. Tries to get it back in. Pereira kicked at it. And it's behind him at the bench. Pereira picks it back up. Gets it to Bagley. Down the ice for Saginaw. Saginaw, nice pass to Boys, but they're going to say it was offside as Cowell was probably just a little bit ahead of the play.
Cowell's a couple feet ahead of the blue line when
probably
they crossed
just ahead of the play.
Just a little bit. Yeah, I've seen some good energy from teams going both ways with shots at 2-1 in favor of Iroquois Falls, but I don't think that, that's a negligible difference, and I think that's sort of how the play has been too. Powassan with another power play here. We'll see if they can take advantage and get some more pucks on net.
Just under 7 minutes gone in this frame. Now it's one back to Jasoni by Russo. Jasoni at the red line. Carries it back. Twists it back, gives it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre gave it back to Jasoni, but Jasoni wasn't there. Now he gets the puck to Head. Trying to get the puck ahead is Owen Head. Now he gets it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre lost it. Dawson threw the puck towards the net. It missed wide. Now Russo with it. Russo gets it back to Head. Head back to the point for Jasoni. Jasoni takes the shot. That one hits a body. Rebound chance, and that one stopped by Sullivan.
Head has looked really good for a first-year NOJHL player coming out of the Trappers U18 AAA team last year. He's been a really solid player for them, and he's playing in all sorts of positions. You don't always see first-year guys getting power play time, but here he is on the power play. We saw Jax Pereira on that as well.
Yeah, Jax Pereira is even a year young. Well, him and Head, I guess, are part of the same draft class. Or rather, no, I'm thinking of a different Owen. Owen Smith, who plays for Espanola. Don't listen to me. I don't know anything. Jasoni with the puck in his own zone. A Storm player loses his stick. Now Jasoni carries it up, gives it to Lefebvre. Lefebvre carrying the puck in. Lefebvre with a sharp angle chance. That one hit the body and went wide. Now Russo, we're going to see a high stick call here, so the play is dead. Russo was in a great shooting lane, though, or Jasoni.
Yeah, that would have been a great chance for the Voodoos, and I'm sure they're just going to have, instead of getting a great shot on net, they get a face-off outside the zone. But still with the main advantage for 21 seconds, it sort of looks like on the clock through the stanchion.
And they change back to power play one here as Najot leaves the puck behind the net for Bagley. Bagley goes from his own zone now. Looks up the ice, finds Cowell. Cowell leaves it ahead, tried to get it to Pereira, but it was just out of his reach. Now it's back to 5-on-5, and the Voodoos only have one D on the ice. Bagley trying to box his man out. He does a good job with the stick. Now the puck back down the ice. Pereira leading the rush, carries the puck, lost the handle of it though, and coming off the bench was Marnell. Flipping it back in, Gray now has it in his own zone. Down the ice, all the way, that's gonna go for icing as Marnell's the first one back, and we'll get a stoppage here.
And with slightly less than 10 minutes on the clock, we have 2 shots aside. For the amount of penalties that we've had and power play advantages that we've seen, I would expect to see more rubbers make it way to the goalie, but I guess we're having some good defensive play here, and we're not seeing the true offensive power that we need to know the Voodoos have.
And the Storm scoring 6 last night against the French River Rapids. So, I mean,
they can put the puck in the net when they get the chance.
The two teams combined for 11 goals yesterday. Oh, now it's Bradley with the puck, but there will be a penalty against the Voodoos, so that's going to be a hooking call, and I believe that's going to go against Buckman. So, yep, first game in the Noge, first time in the box.
Yeah, that's not what you want to be getting, but the refs are all over all the stick work today, which, as long as it's consistent and going both ways, which it seems to be, I can't complain about stick work getting called, but I don't know if we've had 2 minutes of even strength play this whole period yet.
I don't think so. Maybe at the beginning. That was about it.
Yeah.
Off the draw. And the Voodoos are dangerous shorthanded too. They got a couple yesterday. The Storm quickly out front. Big save by Najot. And now the puck back on the other side. Good block there by Marnell. And the pass back to Gray takes him out of the zone. As the Storm were threatening, Peaver plays it back to Sullivan. Sullivan tried to outplay Russo. He does, but Russo was barreling down on him. And now the Storm going the other way. Dawson tried to bat that one down. Walking in now. Peaver to the sharp angle, takes a shot. Najot with the save, making a couple of them. And he's able to keep the puck out of his net. Jack Marnell. First time I got to see him play was last night. Big fan of his, but we got to talk to him about a week or two ago before a Voodoos game in which he was a healthy scratch. And I asked him, how would you describe your play? And he said, when I'm on the ice, the other team doesn't score.
Yeah.
And so far, I have to agree with that assessment.
Yeah, his whole attitude of how the way he was talking about how he views the game of hockey and being on a team is exactly what you want to hear out of a player.
Yeah, he said, I don't care if we play as long as we win.
Yeah.
Love it. He's going to have us speaking East Coast lingo here by the end of the season.
Yeah, eyes a bye.
Going in, the Storm still on the man advantage for a minute, but Bradley got a piece of it, sends it down the ice. Sullivan out to play it. Leaves it, though, for his defenseman. Looking for further options. The Storm carry the puck up, but a good break up there by Lefebvre. Got it to Bradley. Now Bradley taken firmly off the puck by Chestnut. Now near side. That's Willoughby. Sends it around. Kupol on the far side. Lost it, though, as Lefebvre's able to dump it down the ice. 35 seconds on the man advantage. Storm with possession behind their net. Leaves it behind. Chestnut got it up to his man. Going to the far side now. It's just out of the reach. Marnell going to get to it first. Couldn't quite get a piece of it, though, to send it around the ice. Or around the boards, I should say. Now the Voodoos do come away with it. That's going to be Boys who got it to the blue line and it's out. Now burst of speed by Head. It's going to be Sullivan who tried to get a piece of it, and he does. But that was a dangerous play as Head was right there. Now walking in, another chance. That one goes wide of the net. Rebound off the boards. Najot had to be ready for that one as he's able to knock that one aside. Now to the near side. We're back to 5-on-5. Going around behind the net. Looking for their options. The Voodoos come away with it. That's Saginaw. Tried to get it up and out. And he does, but he couldn't quite get it on the stick of Boys. Boys who had a hot start to the season. It's down for Marnell. Marnell sends it right back in. That might go for icing. No, they wave it off. Saginaw is in there. Battling for it. Looking through their options. The Voodoos finally come away with it. That's Pereira. Back to the point. Bagley with a shot. Rebound. They score! Ryan Saginaw on the rebound, and the Voodoos are in flight here as Ryan Saginaw gets his 4th of the season.
He has been such a strong player for this team. He looked great last year, and I think he seemed to take a step forward over the summer. I think having him on that second line with Cowell has just been an amazing thing for the Voodoos, and I think they're going to poised to be really good this year, having such a deep, strong team.
The pride of Pittsburgh, Ryan Saginaw showing great spirit with that one once again.
Yeah.
I can't help myself. It just happens. Russo got it into Lefebvre. Lefebvre took the shot, and Russo barrels over Sullivan. Now it looks like he's hurt as he's down on the ice.
Yeah, Russo was cross-checked into Sullivan there, and he went down and was jumped on right away by someone. I'm not sure what the call is.
It's one of those, you didn't do this, but we're going to make it look like you did kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I love it when people do that.
I knocked you into him, but why'd you go into him?
Now, Storm have lost a helmet on the ice, too. So Russo's going to go to the box, and so is Chestnut. Which, if this is going to be coincidentals, no, the Storm are getting the extra. I was going to say, if this is going to be coincidentals, the Voodoos might have lucked out because Russo, again, we talked about how good he is on the penalty kill.
Yep.
But it looks like the Storm are getting the extra.
And if I had to put money on it, I would put money on 2 minutes for a cross check, 2 minutes for goalie interference against Powassan, and then 2 minutes for roughing after for the other player.
How much money are you putting down?
I'll buy a Gatorade.
Okay.
Put a Gatorade on it.
Sure. I could agree with that.
Yeah.
Birthday Timbits for the birthday boy, Mike Brown.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of birthdays, it is Ben Sargent's birthday, who did the game Wednesday. So
happy birthday, Ben. And happy birthday, Mike, because that's more important. But
yeah, it always is.
Oh, you know what? Better than Gatorade? Who's buying Timbits on the ride up to Sudbury?
Oh, that's okay. I could go for that one. I'll agree to that.
Yeah.
Pereira in for the draw. Lost it though. Down the ice. Joe has to play for it. He leaves it for Bagley. Voodoos on the third power play so far this period. They have yet to score. Bagley up for Cowell. Cowell flips it in cross ice. Boy's going to get to that. You better be listening carefully here for the next announcement, Ben. Good chance. Goes wide. Now Cowell back at the point. Cowell undresses his man. Gets the puck to the near side. There's a delayed penalty coming to the Storm. Going near side. Cowell throws it towards the front of the net. They shoot. They score! Jax Pereira! His first with the Voodoos and his first in the NOJHL.
Cowell picks up that puck. That's always a big goal for someone. First goal in the league, especially something on a high level like this.
And because it was on a delayed penalty, the Voodoos will remain on the power play. And there's still over a minute on the power play.
And now Russo's line mates are out there. Oh, it's 4-on-4 out there right now, so I'm not quite sure. Oh, Powassan was just short a man.
I mean, hey, if they want to play 4-on-4, I'm sure the Storm wouldn't mind. But they get Lefebvre out there now. Jasoni with the puck on the near side. Gets it up for Dawson. Dawson carries it over the line. Dawson looking through his options as he battles at the boards. Got it over to Jasoni. Jasoni's picked off. And now he does a good job of going back to get the puck. Out to Goodwin. Now Fox is going to get to it first. Fox flipping it down the ice. Lefebvre's able to glove it down. Now Lefebvre cuts to the middle. Still has the puck over by the Storm bench. Undresses his man. Walks in. Goes to the near side in the middle. Bradley with a couple of whacks at it. And Sullivan keeps them out. Puck still out front. Now the Voodoos score! Heath Bradley on the 10th attempt. Gets the puck past Sullivan. That's his first of the season. It's 3-0.
And there was some tangle up with the goalie in after the puck went in, and someone was on the Storm. I didn't see the number, but was not happy with Lefebvre being tangled up with the goalie there. But Jesse Lefebvre's going to do what Jesse Lefebvre does, and that's go to the net.
What a pretty play by Jesse Lefebvre carrying the puck in there too.
Such a good play by heads-up play to control the puck and to keep it on his stick and to set that whole set of plays up.
Now the Voodoos up 3-0 here before even the end of the first period. We're not even full 14 minutes into this game, and the Voodoos have struck often and early. Still haven't even heard what the penalties are. Now Pereira, it's a 2-on-1. Pereira over to the far side. It's a good stick there to break up the play by the Storm, as that was Bruce Gray, the former Kirkland Lake gold miner, on the breakup. Now Marnell gains the red line, gets it up for Cowell. Cowell stick handles his way out of danger, tries to get a shot on net. Now Pereira picks it up off the end boards. Cowell's shot went wide. Plays it back to Brownlee. Trying to get a piece of it now. Pereira got a piece, but now he lost it to the Storm. And down the ice the Storm go. Now Sherwin walks in, taking a chance. Najot makes the save. And we'll get a stoppage here. That was shot by Jacob Demers.
And Najot has certainly been doing good work to fix his numbers from the last game. It's hard coming in the third period shorthanded, and he let in one on a limited site. So his numbers aren't great, but he's looked good, and he's looked good today. Really good puck control.
We've reached our mid-period point of the game. And
we'll play the video. We're going to go to a quick commercial break here.
We'll be back.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex with the Voodoos up 3-0. But the most important thing is we're still waiting to find out if Ben has to buy Timbits or if I have to buy Timbits on the way to Sudbury.
I had a thought there, just popped up now for the first time, but I wonder if Bruce Gray is from the Grey Bruce Peninsula.
Good question.
I have no reason to that other than his name, but, you know.
If only Google exists. Now the Storm try to get the puck back into the Voodoos zone. They do. Jasoni chasing after it. Taken hard into the boards in the corner, though. As Head tried to get up to Saginaw. He does. Now Boys going the other way. Boys got the red line, tried to flip it in, but fanned on it. There you go. There's goaltender interference. Two minutes for hooking and 2 minutes for cross-checking. Ben is buying Timbits.
All right. I was 2 out of 3.
Yeah. Now another chance for the Storm. Still battling for it in the Voodoos zone. That's going to be Cullen who comes away with it. Got it up to Saginaw. Saginaw couldn't quite handle that, though. Now, Storm going the other way. Buckman got a handle of it, played it back down the ice, and it's played back out by the Voodoos. Now Buckman narrowly avoids a check there with a nifty little play, but he still lost the puck, though. And now the Voodoos have possession once again. Bradley now up for Jasoni. Jasoni takes the shot. He's promptly deposited on his backside, and the shot went wide. Dawson also picking up his first assist. I was joking with Chris Dawson, the GM, earlier that Caleb was going for the Cy Young this year as the stats were 6-0.
Chris did predict that he would get his first assist today, so he made another prediction that I'm not going to jinx and say yet, but that's 1 out of 2 predictions for Chris Dawson.
4:15 left on the clock. 8 shots on goal, 8-7 in favor of the Voodoos. 3-0 is the score as well as we get a stoppage here.
And here we are with 4 minutes, 15 seconds. 7 to 8 the shots are in favor of the Powassan Voodoos. It has been not that even of a game on the scoreboard, but on the shot clock, it looks not too far apart.
Puck quickly rimmed into the Voodoos zone. Najot out to play for it. Lefebvre quickly to the near side for Marnell. Marnell up for Dawson. Dawson kicked at the puck, got it back to Lefebvre. Lefebvre looking for the near side to Marnell, and that was just out of his reach. Now going the other way, Kupal. Kupal takes a shot. That one's high and over Najot's net. Now Fox tried to play it back in. It's off the skates of Dawson. Russo to the near side for Dawson. Dawson looked to get a shot on net. That one hit a stick and goes over the net. Now Russo with the puck. Russo. As now there's a hard hit on the captain by Fox, and the door wasn't well attached, and they fall through the rink. Hopefully Russo's okay.
That's always potentially dangerous, and his helmet came off in the play too. But he looks no worse for the wear.
That's a scary play for sure, for both him and Fox. But he looks okay. He took a big hit last night in Kirkland Lake.
Yeah, they seem to be bragging about that, but someone commented about the score after that.
Remind me what the score was?
Yeah, I think it's 5-1.
Justin Russo playing in his 100th game in the NOJHL last night as well. You're officially one of the Greybeards, Justin.
Yeah, that's a special landmark game for any player.
The Storm bringing the puck down. This Demers tries to flip it in. Najot swipes at it. Pereira gets to it behind the net. Now Brownlee on the far side. Tying up his man is played at the half wall and is poked out. Now down the ice, Cowell gets to it. Cowell through the neutral zone. Tried to play it over for Brownlee. Couldn't quite connect. Now the Storm again through the neutral zone. Walking in, Demers flips it in. A little bit of a cross up there between Jasoni and DeBox. But the Voodoos still get possession and get it out. Now Cowell had to stop up as the pass was just behind him. Cowell flips it to the far side. Jasoni kicked at it. Sherwin's going to get to it now. Sherwin tried to throw it out front, couldn't quite get it through the maze of traffic. And now Jasoni flips the puck down the ice. Picking that one up is McCoy. Tried to get it down the ice. He does. Ouellette. He's going to take a hit there from Cullen. And the puck's over to Buckman. Now Buckman up for Pereira. Pereira looking through his options. Takes the shot. That one's off the glove of Sullivan and wide. Now back the other way. Pereira with the puck. Just over 2 minutes left in this first frame. The Storm are just going to throw the puck down the ice. That one's going to go in on Najot, who's going to have to make a bit of a save on a bouncing puck. Now the puck out front again. That one hit off Najot and into the corner. Now back down the ice at the red line. Weeze has the puck, sends it right back in. Najot leaves it for his defenseman, Buckman. Cullen has it. Cullen hits, thrown. Now the puck's in the neutral zone. Boys tried to flip it down, but instead now it's picked up by the Storm. Goodwin with the puck. Flips it down. And Cullen knocked the stick out of Du Bois. Flip back down, head. Got through two Storm, was able to make the puck go down the ice. 1:20 on the clock. It's still 3-0 for the Voodoos. Back the other way. Begley blows a tire, chasing after it, picks it up in his own zone. Begley with 1:10. Out from his own zone. Gains the red line, flips it down. Boys is going to get to it on the half wall. Boys still battling for it. Got it in deep. Now Bradley has it. Bradley back to the point. Begley takes a shot. That one hits off a body. And now another shot. And that was stopped by Sullivan. That's going to go all the way down to the Voodoo zone. So icing is the call against Powassan here with against the Iroquois Falls Storm with 47.3 seconds left.
So we're going to have a face-off here to the blocker side of Sullivan. And Powassan has the Bradley line out there with Jasoni on the point, along with Reed DeBox.
Jasoni was able to get to it, but in the neutral zone, he had to flip it back in. Now Landry takes his man hard into the boards, and the puck is back to the blue line, but kept in by the Voodoos. Landry to the near side for Jasoni with the shot. Sullivan makes the save. 27.4 seconds left now on the clock.
And Jasoni's been a really exciting player offensively to watch. You see him always, every game, there's always just a couple nice moves you see him make, and I'm not exactly sure statistically how that's panned out for him on his overall stats, but I'm sure there's much more to come in that. Out of 5 games played, he's got 3 assists. I expect to see him start put some goals up.
There's one! Reed DeBox getting his first NOJHL goal! He threw it on net! And he finally has his first ever goal in Junior A. What a goal by Reed DeBox!
And that was a great shot, just right in the top corner. I don't know if anyone was really expecting a shot at that time, or he thought he was going to control the puck a little bit more, but never a better time for a first goal.
I joked with him in the Kirkland Lake McDonald's last night. I said, if when you get your first, I'm going to go ballistic on here. I didn't really go ballistic, but look at that. Less than 24 hours later, he gets his first. As the Voodoos are going to send that down, that's going to be icing, and Jasoni throws his stick as he was hit hard after the play. 10 seconds on the board.
And that was a rare break of Jasoni's stick that was right at the butt end, almost 6 inches down. That he just gets a new twig from the bench and lines up again. With 10 seconds left.
He had a goal in Wednesday's game against the Paper Kings that was waved off, as now there's going to be a penalty against the Storm. As the Voodoos send it down the ice, Lefebvre was the stretch pass with 2.7 seconds left in this period. The Voodoos are going to go to the power play that will almost likely lead into the second period.
Yeah, it's not impossible for sure, but I would say there's going to be trouble getting the puck in the net in 2.7 seconds. But that was a clear cross check right off the faceoff and completely an unnecessary play in terms of hockey. So Powassan have pulled their goalie with such a short time frame to go for an extra load up in front for an extra man.
Russo won the draw, but it's into the corner, so that'll do it here. And now it looks like we have another penalty being called as well at the 20-minute mark as the referee's hand went up right away.
That's 2 minutes for high sticking that he's calling. I didn't see.
It looks like it's going against Powassan, I think.
No. I thought that was going against 93 of...
So Trethewey.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going against Trethewey. He's arguing his case. So the Voodoos are going to have a very long 5-on-3 to start the second period. They're already up 4-0 as Reed DeBox got his first NOJHL goal.
Good for him. He's a good kid. We've like seeing him here the last couple years.
JJ's going to run out of pucks for this game. Handing out firsts. Well, Ben, your final thoughts here as we go into our first intermission on that first period.
I mean, with the scoreboard, and they're going to have nearly 2 minutes of 5-on-3, as a Powassan fan, this is an enjoyable game to be at. I know I saw there was some fans that made the trip down from Iroquois Falls, and they're probably going to be enjoying the outcome of this game a lot less. I don't think the game's been as one-sided as the scoreboard dictates, but the scoreboard is what matters at the end of the day.
We'll have to see if we see Alex the Wall Hall come in relief of Justin Sullivan in the second period or not, if the Storm are going to keep going with Justin Sullivan in net. But we'll find out about that and more coming up after this first intermission. He's Ben, I'm Courtney. We'll be back on the other side of this. And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the start of period number 2 between the Powassan Voodoos and the Iroquois Falls Storm. Alex "The Wall" Hall is indeed in net, the former Timmins Major. And looking around the league, Hearst and Blind River. Blind River's up 1-0 at the start of the second. There's no score between Timmins and the surprisingly winless Sioux Eagles after 20 minutes of play. Kirkland Lake, French River, it's 1-1 after 20 minutes of play. And after the first period, the Sioux Thunderbirds hold a 3-2 lead on the Greater Sudbury Cubs. In this one, the goal scoring summary is not quite accurate online, but it's Ryan Saginaw from Jax Pereira and Braden Begley. And then it's Jax Pereira from Caden Cowell, Anthony Boyes, and Heath Bradley from Jesse Lefebvre and Caleb Dawson. And then apparently for the fourth goal, Reed DeBox's goal, that was the fourth goal of that period, is being credited as Jeffrey Boats.
I think that'll be changed.
Either way, unless I was watching a different game, the Voodoos on a extended 5-on-3. Saginaw sends the puck in around the end wall. Cowell gets to it. I'm Courtney. He's Ben Long. As now it's going to be Begley with the puck over to Cowell. Cowell tried to play it back to Begley. Begley had vacated his spot, but Saginaw was there. Saginaw walks in, takes a shot, and that one's off the mask of Hall. Hall, who participated in the Voodoos summer camp this year. And I have nothing but glowing accolades to say for Alex Hall. He's one of the better goalies in the Great North U18 League a few years ago when the Trappers won it all. So, big fan of Alex Hall.
Great player. With the Oasis reunion, I wish his nickname was Alex Wonder Hall.
Well, you can start it here today.
Yeah, that's what we're going with now.
Puck is won back to Begley. Begley to the near side for Pereira. Pereira walks into the slot, takes the shot, and Hall had to be good on that one at the top of his crease. One thing I do want to mention, and I'm going to try and make it the unofficial mascot, after the game last night, while I'm down in the hallway of the Joe Mavernack Community Center, what should be hopping on by but a frog? So the Voodoos took it into the dressing room, celebrated, and then they promptly, kindly put it outside. I guess you could say it was a riveting game. As the puck back to the point, now it's Pereira again. Pereira looking to walk into the slot, takes a shot. That one's blocked, a rebound chance, and that one's just pushed wide of the net. Another chance now back to the point. Begley reads the bounce over for Cowell. Cowell back to Begley now. Begley shows shot. Now he makes a pass to Pereira. Pereira near out front to Cowell. Cowell was in a shooting lane but misplayed it. Now it's back for Pereira again. Pereira walks into the slot, took the shot, but he fanned on it. Now Pereira back for Begley. Begley back to Pereira at the top. Pereira, you can tell he wants to shoot it. Got to Cowell out front. They score! Anthony Boyes puts it past Hall, and that's going to be Boyes' 5th of the season, matching his jersey number.
5 for 5.
And they're still on the power play.
To put the game at 5.
Look at that.
If you're into numberology, that goal is for you.
That's a lot of 5s.
Yeah.
Well, we're just going to hop on by this one. Hopefully neither of us get a frog in our throat, am I right? Puck back down the ice into the Voodoo zone now. Lefebvre pokes it over for Dawson. Less than a minute, though, on the man advantages. The Voodoos are still on. And now it's given away in their own zone. Ouellette takes the shot, and he rips it over the net. Najot never got a piece of it as it went right over the net. Dawson up for Lefebvre. Lefebvre plays it in for Dawson. Dawson threw it towards the front of the net. It's off head. And now Jasoni has to chase it back to the blue line, and he tried to keep it in, but it still came just out. Lefebvre flipping it cross ice. Got it to Head. Head takes a hard hit. Plays it in deep. Now, onto the near side, back for Lefebvre. Lefebvre tried to get a piece of it, and he did get a piece of it, but it still squeaked down the ice. Jasoni, as we're back to 5-on-5. Plays it to the near side. Jax Pereira putting up a lot of points in this game as he's gone for an offensive explosion, and you can see why he started the season with the North Bay Battalion.
Yeah, you can see why they selected him in the, I believe he was a 4th-round pick, and why he started the season with them, getting sent down to here, and oh yeah, I think he's going to have a great season for the Voodoos here for what we've seen so far. We have a face-off up to the left hand of the goal.
Off the draw. The Storm got a quick shot on net. And now down the ice to the races go the Voodoos. That's Landry. Landry trying to flip it in, tried to get a pass across, but he couldn't. Now it's DeBox. DeBox with a shot. And that's off Hall's shoulder. Why not go for two? Reed DeBox. Now the Storm come away with the puck again, trying to get it down the ice. They do. Chasing after it is Boats. Boats boxing his man out, but it's still played around by the Voodoos. And now it's flipped back by the Storm. Trying to get a piece of it. The Voodoos did not get a win against the Storm at all last season. They're looking to change that here, and they're up 5-0 after 23 minutes played.
We know these games in this league can turn around fast, but that's a good sign that they're changing that pattern from last year.
DeBox taking a very obvious holding penalty on that one as he had his whole arm wrapped around the puck holder. Now Bradley getting into the mix as well.
Yeah, that was a pretty clear call, and 2 minutes for holding will be the call. DeBox will be in DeBox.
You love that, don't you?
I love it.
I want to say hello to Mr. Harrison Clements, who's watching this game from home. He was part of the broadcast crew on Wednesday, able to take over with Ben Sargent when I was not able to. Sometimes duty calls.
Yeah. Work and such.
Yeah, how dare we have to try and make a living.
Right.
Now the Voodoos will have to kill off this penalty. And now they're DeBox, one of their more steady defensemen, as a shot from Gray is blocked aside by Najot. DeBox, one of their more steady defensemen, is in
DeBox.
There you go. Gray with the puck. Out from his own zone, gets the puck down the ice. He's going to get it to Sherwin. Sherwin walks in on the half wall. Plays it back cross ice. His pass all the way back down to Hall. Hall leaves it behind his net to Gray. Gray going for a skate now. Gains the red line, dumps it in. Najot out to play it, but Gray got a piece of it, but Russo's able to get the puck out as they kind of ping-ponged around a couple of players. Now it's Ouellette with the puck. The Voodoos have almost killed a full minute without a real big scoring chance here for the Storm, but Ouellette looks to change that. Ouellette, far side, another shot. That one's gloved down by Najot, and the Voodoos try to get a piece of it. Now it's back to Chestnut at the point. Chestnut takes another shot. That one's blocked by Bradley. Bradley, if he has the legs to go for it, could get a chance. He couldn't quite get it as he was just a half a step behind. Now it's Begley. Begley tried to bring the puck in. Now he does. Flips it right back in. If Bradley wasn't so far into the zone after that one play, Begley probably could have had a good chance walking in. Now LaCroix tried to get it in. No, that's going to be offside against the Storm. 25 seconds left on the man advantage. It's still 5-0 Powassan with the shots on goal being 16-12.
The Storm fell victim to the benches being right on the blue line there. That if you don't change in exactly the right manner, or when the puck's crossing, you're going to be found offside. And Powassan got lucky. Now they have face-off outside their zone.
Sullivan started this game for the Storm as the puck is sent down the ice, and Hall had to make a save on that one as it bounced it on his pads. Sullivan allowed 4 goals in the 20 minutes play. Hall has allowed 1 goal so far in 5 minutes played, although he came into a tough situation on a very long 5-on-3. So Hall bent but hasn't broken yet. Now Boyce, who scored that goal, has the puck, plays it to Marnell. Now to the near side. Fox gets to it, flips it in. That's just chipped wide. Now it's to Boyce. Boyce tried to play it back to Marnell, but Jasoni got to it. We're 5-on-5 here as the Voodoos have possession in their own zone. Boyce behind his net. Boyce stops up. Plays it now to Head. Head with some speed down the ice. Plays it. It's off the board. Saginaw tried to get a piece of it, but now it's back down the ice. Boys back to Buckman. Buckman up for Saginaw. Back down the ice again. Boys chasing him into the zone. Into the corner now. It's played around to Buckman. Buckman had to kick at it. Plays it to the front of the net. It hit a couple of bodies as Pereira tried to stab at it. And now it's right back the other way. Buckman and Pereira, battalion draft picks. Buckman plying his trade with the U18 Strappers this year, his second season. He was a 15-year-old playing for them last year. He could have played for the U16 team, as now there's some rough stuff in the corner between Cullen and Kupel. Still battling for it as the stick is knocked away from him. Kupel still wants a piece of him. The referee's watching him closely, but Cowell still gets the puck in deep now. Pereira plays around in the zone. Pereira lost the handle of it, as I'm shocked at how much was let go on that play, really.
Yeah, I thought the ref would have called something there for sure, as Kupel was not letting it go.
No, even when Cullen tried to skate away from it, he was still right there. As the Voodoos are going to send the puck right back down the ice. McCoy going to be the first man back, so that'll be icing against the Voodoos.
And we're lining up here, waiting. The refs are waiting for a direction on what side of the goal they're going to. It's going off to the Trapper side of Najaw.
Of note, we mentioned Buckman being a battalion draft pick. His two former Billet brothers, who were traded for each other, one being Anthony Romani, the other one being Zach Weigel, were the ones who made the phone call to him to tell him that he was getting drafted by the battalion.
And that's always a special moment, too.
Brownlee, especially when it's those two. And now another chance comes in. Good chance there. What a save by Hall. Oh, are you kidding me? Alex Hall robbing Jax Pereira.
That was a great save by Hall there. I wasn't sure how he was going to possibly get there, but he got the leg and arm stretched out and managed to keep the glove up in enough space to hold it down and hold on to it.
What a great save by Alex Hall.
And now Hall has face off to his blocker side.
Just under 7 minutes gone.
And the ref blows off that face-off just after the puck drops, deeming it to be an improper drop.
They did lose a second on the clock, but they're not going to take it back. Now off the draw, good chance there by Marnell, trying to perhaps get a quick one off the draw. Now a good chance it's just knocked away, and the Voodoos are going to be going on the penalty kill again, as we're going to get a high stick. I'm not sure against who. It looks like Bradley's going to go.
Yeah, it looks like it's Bradley, you're right. 2 minutes for high sticking, and we have a face-off back in the Voodoos' end again, which is...
It's kind of a bit of a double-edged sword having the cages in this league, because on one hand, hey, you know, these players don't have to worry about dental issues or anything, but you kind of miss out on the double minor penalties sometimes that can happen from causing a cut or something with a stick.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's a worthwhile sacrifice.
Nah, they're hockey players, dude. Storm take the shot, and that's blocked by Russo, and the puck came out of the zone. No chance here for the Storm in their own zone. Trying to get set up. Chestnut with the puck. Going for a skate. Chestnut carries the puck in. Takes the shot. That hit a body and went wide. Now the puck, Dawson was trying to get out of it. Now Russo tried to find him down the ice, but it's played all the way down to Hall. 30 seconds gone here. And the Storm still in their own zone. Chestnut with the puck. Going for a skate. Goes cross ice. Finds his man. Going for a skate to the outside. Gets it back to Chestnut. Chestnut at the point. Storm still in possession here, as that's Willoughby going for a skate. Gets it to the near far side now. Good chance there. They score! The Storm roofing it over Najo's whole entire body to get the puck in, and they're able to cut into this lead. It's now a 5-1 game.
Yeah, on their 13th shot of the game to find their first goal. I'm sure Najaw would like another look at that one, but that was an in-close goal that just kind of went up high, and I know I don't have the reaction time to make those kind of saves, that's for sure.
Michael Lacroix with his first of the season and just his third game played. And his reaction tells you all. As the Storm get one back here on the power play. Voodoos looking to get a piece of it again, but now it's back to the Storm in the Voodoo zone. Back to Gray. Gray takes a shot. Najo saw that one all the way and just gloves it down, and we'll get a stoppage here.
Yeah, that was a very easy glove save from him on a clear shot from the point. The Voodoos did a good job there of keeping Storm players out of his line of sight, and he was able to just calmly go grab it down and have a face-off to his catcher side.
Demers in for the draw against Head. Head's able to kick it back to Marnell. Marnell, the pride of St. John's, got the puck to the far side. Still battling on the far side. Puck comes loose. The Voodoos get to it. That's Boys. Now it's going to be Head going for a skate. Head flips it in, goes behind the net. It's played now around back behind the net by the Storm, and Boys nearly made a turnover. Now another chance. Bagley gets it, flips it back over to Boys. Boys was looking to go back with Bagley, couldn't quite get it to him, and now the other way is the Storm. Going to the far side, good play by Bagley. Got a stick on it, but the puck dangerously came in on Najot. Now we get some more rough stuff after the whistle. It'll be interesting to see how much the referees let go after they let one go for a while earlier with Cullen and Kooples.
Yeah, that was Gray and Marnell who were the two main ones in on that there. Or Bagley and Gray, sorry, not Marnell.
I'm going to tell you right now, Bagley's a pretty big boy, and it would take a lot for me to want to go at him.
Yeah, most of these guys are considerably big to me.
I think the only player that we're probably taller than is Jesse Lefebvre.
I think I got him in height. This has Owen Head at 5'9", so I'm taller than him. Or it was. I don't know if I still am. I could be old age shrinking.
Battling for it, big hit thrown there, but Cowell stays on his feet in the far corner. Brownlee gets to it in the near side now. Brownlee plays it up to the blue line, and now DeBox gets to it. DeBox flipping it down the ice, and they're going to be in a foot race. Hall's going to get to it before Pereira could. Now Cowell stick handles his way through. Cowell with a chance through across ice, and it's not. There's no one there. Now Pereira with another chance. What a save by Hall! Oh my goodness, Alex Hall has come in and made some grade A saves.
I hope our friend from Alex from the game day video saw that play, because that play by Cowell was highlight play. And then that glove save by Hall was just beautiful as well. Like, that was Marty Brodeur, beautiful type of save.
As now the Voodoos trying to get back on the attack again. Caden Cowell nearly made magic happen. That looked like, if you look up the Rick Nash goal against the Arizona Coyotes years ago, that's what that looked like, that move. And then again, Alex Hall, again with the little Patrick Waugh, Marty Brodeur, how do you do?
Yeah.
What a save. You're going to see that one again, guaranteed. And if you don't, well, Alex, we're going to have a conversation. Again, can't say enough good things about Alex Hall. Always been a big fan of his.
He does great work.
And Alex Pastravansky, too. He's a good guy. Jeff Boats coming off the highlight of the night last night, threw the puck just over the net. Chestnut lost it to Bradley. Bradley then lost it to Chestnut. Now the puck back down the ice. Bagley gets to it in his own zone. Bagley to Buckman. Buckman makes the play, avoids the hit. Now Boats has it again. Boats walks in, gets it to Bradley. Bradley flipping it in deep. Couldn't quite get it that far, though, and now the puck's back down the ice. Landry picks it up. Landry taken hard into the boards by Chestnut. And Gray's going to pick it up. 8:50 on the clock. It's 5-1 Powassan. Shots on goal 20-14 in favor of the Voodoos. Chestnut with the puck. Gets it down the ice. Now Lefebvre for Marnell. Marnell got it down the ice, and now here's a chance for Dawson. Dawson takes the shot, and Hall with a big save there. Alex Hall has been a calming presence. He allowed the one goal early, but again, that was on a 5-on-3 when he came in cold. Marnell up the ice, gets it down. Dawson's going to get a piece of it. Dawson skates to the outside, tried to flip it out front. He found Russo, but Russo wasn't in the shooting area, or shooting stance, I should say. It was on his backhand. And now coming in, the Storm score again as they sneak one right past Najot. What a goal there by the Iroquois Falls Storm. As that's going to be Lucas Willoughby who gets his first of the season.
And after the Voodoos having some good chances down the other end, that's really a heartbreaker for the Voodoos to have the puck go back down and get a goal like that. I'm not quite sure what happened. Looks like there's a little bouncing around of the puck on the play in, so those ones are always hard to track a little bit.
5-2 is the score. 12 minutes gone in the second period. Jackson Cullen with the puck, throws it in. That one's going to roll over to Hall. He plays it to Fox. Buckman gets it right back in. Buckman's shot. It's going to be gloved down by Hall, and that'll bring us to our mid-period break. We'll be back with more on the other side of this.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex here, where it's a 5-2 game. Although the Storm have scored the two most recent goals, it was 5-0 at one point at the start of this period. The Voodoos looking like they were going to walk all over the Storm. But since then, it's been the Storm getting a couple of quick ones.
Yeah, as we talked about earlier, games can turn around quickly in this league. So that 4-0 lead after the first was a strong lead, but nothing's guaranteed.
Just waiting for the Voodoos to get back in their net. Hall and Najo, little glove bump, as Hall had to go back and get a different water bottle.
Yeah, it looked like he'd run out or something.
Those two would know each other, both participating again in the Voodoos summer camp in July. As now Ouellette gets the puck down the ice. Going the other way, Willoughby, the most recent goal scorer, into the corner. Willoughby still has possession in the corner. Got it to Boys. Boys gets it out for Saginaw. Saginaw, who got the goal scoring started tonight, carries the puck in, takes a shot, knocks Fox's stick away, and now Boys will get to it on the far side corner of the Storm zone. Boys tried to flip it back around, but instead it's going to be Peaver going the other way. Peaver right back down for Saginaw. Saginaw walking in. Saginaw leaves it for Boys. Boys cuts to the outside as Saginaw takes a hard hit. And now Boys tries to play it back to Begley. It's picked off by Demers. Demers down the ice. Willoughby gets to it. Flips it in. Still hard battle on the far end. Voodoos do come away with it though, as it's played over to Saginaw as the linesman trips over the red line. Now Saginaw flips the puck in deep. We'll have to turn around and go for a line change. Puck kept in by the Voodoos as bodies are flying all over on the far side. That's Pereira. And now it looks like we're going to get a penalty here, I think, against the Storm.
Yeah, I think that's a tripping call. There was some unhappiness from the Storm's bench as that was being called, but
it's Ben Sherwin who's going to go. So the Voodoos, whose power play has struck a couple of times here tonight, will get another chance.
Looks like that's being called as a double minor.
Alrighty. Oh, we just talked about double minors.
Yeah, so they're not completely gone from the game.
No.
No, it was interesting when we were talking about, on the cage topic, having talked to Dallin Wakely, who's played the last years of his career in the OHL wearing a visor, a half visor, to be playing in the NCAA where they have to wear a full cage. That can be quite an adjustment for some players.
It can, as Lefebvre gets completely walked now by Kupel. Kupel walking in, Kupel scores! Short-handed. It's 5-3 as Benjamin Kupel gets his 7th of the season.
And that was just a perfect storm of events for Iroquois Falls there, with a slight misplay on the blue line by the Voodoos to allow Kupel to go down and get a really good breakaway chance and pop one in the net.
For this power play to be seen now as a positive, the Voodoos have to get 2.
They do have over 3 minutes left still, though, so there is lots of time.
Jax Pereira in his own zone with the puck. Plays it to the near side. That's to Bagley. Bagley waits for the bounce off the boards. Now from behind his own net, Bagley walks up, gets this to Saginaw. Saginaw flips the puck in around the boards. Cowell leaves it though for Pereira. Pereira to Bagley. Bagley back over for Cowell. Cowell near side was looking for Pereira. It's off his stick though, and now Bagley tries to get a shot away. It's blocked. Cowell plays it to the near side to Pereira. Pereira switches positions with Bagley. Now Cowell back to the near side. That one's out of Bagley's reach, and down the ice they go. And the Voodoos are going to change again. Back to the line that just gave up the shorthanded goal. Pereira plays it back behind for Bagley. Bagley flips it out front. Almost a giveaway there. Russo to the red line. Flips it back in. Hall just missed the puck on that one. Now Dawson creates a seal at the boards, and the puck wasn't open. Now it is. Jasoni chasing after it. The Voodoos have lost a minute now on this man advantage. Jasoni stops up behind his net before he decides to get going. Now it's up to Lefebvre. Lefebvre flips the puck in, goes around, leaves again for Dawson. Dawson's pass out front. There was no one there. Now Jasoni with a shot, and that one's blocked. Jasoni looking through his options, plays it to the near side for Dawson. Dawson takes the shot. It's high on Hall. Rebound chance is in the slot, and the Voodoos couldn't quite corral it. Now it's back for Jasoni. Jasoni to Russo. Russo flips the puck through the middle. It's to the front, and that's in the net for Head. Owen Head makes it 6-3 on the power play here as he gets his second of the season.
And that was such a strong strip of plays there by the Voodoos where they just held the puck for so long that, you know, as a Voodoos fan, to be up 5-0 and be back to 5-3 to get that extra goal to double the lead of by a 3-goal lead, that's really, you know, takes a breath of fresh air for you. But it was after the 2-minute mark, so the penalty is over.
Back underway here. Pereira chasing after it. And now the puck played back for Cowell. Cowell leaves it to the blue line, and a shot there by Marnell goes wide. Now it's Ouellette. Ouellette plays it up. Marnell chasing after it before it can get to Najo's net. Up for Pereira. Pereira flips it down the ice, tried to get it to Cowell. Cowell does pick it up, tries to dipsy doodle his way around a couple of Storm players, but he lost it. Now it's back the other way, and now we're going to see a penalty against the Voodoos because nobody wants to play 5-on-5 in this game.
Yeah, apparently that's not allowed here. No strips of 5-on-5 play. That's
going to be Cowell
getting
going.
2 for slashing, it looks like.
Almost 16 minutes gone here in the second period. There's been a few goals scored. 5 to be precise.
You know, this game hasn't seemed as cheapy as the amount of stick infraction calls have been made so far.
4:07, go ahead.
Other than the goalie interference and the one holding penalty, everything's been stick infractions.
Sherwin with the puck, back to Gray at the point. Gray with a shot, and that's gloved down by Najot.
And the linesmen are definitely jumping into the middle of plays here quickly as soon as that whistle's blown to make sure that things aren't getting out of hand, because there have been a few getting a little pushy in between plays.
Off the draw, the Storm with possession. Plays it back around deep. Looking through their options, Iroquois Falls. Back to Gray. Gray goes to the far side. Peaver plays it in deep. Trethewey with the puck. Gets it back out front, takes a shot. Najot with the save, and he kicks it into the corner. Trethewey with the puck. Walks out front, takes a shot. That one's off the end boards. And now to the near side. The Storm creating all kinds of havoc in the Voodoos zone so far. Cullen tried to chip at the puck. Now he takes his man into the boards. Puck is just stuck there. Now it's picked up by Sherwin. Sherwin to Peaver. Peaver back for Sherwin. Sherwin went to go take the shot, but the puck stayed there while his stick kept moving. Gray takes another shot. Najot, another save. Now he's swimming in the crease. And they're going to cover it up, and the referees are going to be in there real quick. Still some more rough stuff as Cullen was trying to pull away the whole time, but the Storm player wasn't allowing him to. That's been a couple of times now for Cullen, who hasn't been allowed to skate away when he's wanted to.
Yeah, there's been a few of those. And with 51 seconds left in this power play, 2 minutes and 59 seconds left in the second period, the shots are at 24 for Powassan and 19 for Iroquois Falls. But this power play has been, short of scoring a goal, this has been their best looking power play all game.
Off the draw, the Storm get possession. Chestnut walks the line. Chestnut back to the near side for Willoughby. Willoughby back to the far side. Back to Willoughby. Back to Chestnut. Chestnut with the shot. And that one hit the glass and went out of play as he picked the top corner over Najo's glove.
Yeah, that was a weird bounce off the glass there to hop over like that, but I'm sure Powassan will gladly take the face off and have that play dead with 34 seconds left now on the power play for Iroquois Falls.
Off the draw, the Storm win it again. Chestnut plays it into Willoughby. Back to Chestnut. Chestnut goes far side. Back for Chestnut again. Big block there by Bradley, and the puck is cleared down the ice by the Voodoos. Bradley will chase after it. 15 seconds on the power play. Hall plays it around. Got it back to the first goal scorer of this game for the Storm. And that's Michael LaCroix. Leaving it behind the net now. And we'll be back to 5-on-5 as Willoughby walks through and gains the Voodoo zone, takes a shot, and Najo had to stop a floater there with a glove save.
Yeah, those floaters, I almost would prefer a good hard shot because just the movement of it's just off from your regular rhythm, right? So those are a bit tricky sometimes, but no trouble with his glove there to hold on to that one.
That's why you see that's the same thing with baseball. The fastball is usually a pitcher's best pitch, but it's also one of the easiest pitches to hit.
Yeah.
Because it's just going to be straight coming at you fast.
You know that rhythm every time.
Whereas once you figure out the pitcher's rhythm, whereas off-speed pitches, my goodness, that's a whole different ball game.
Yep.
Pun intended. Down the ice, not that I'm, an expert, but that'll go for icing against the Voodoos.
You are a local enthusiast?
I would be a local enthusiast, yes. I do enjoy my baseball.
You've played your fair share, not at any super high levels, but
what are you talking about? I was a high school superstar.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You played high school ball.
Ooh.
I mean, in the States, high school ball means something.
It does, yeah, not here, though. As the puck off the draw, the Storm with a good chance. Got to Boys, couldn't quite make anything happen to it, though. Now another chance, another save for Najo as the Storm are creeping up on the shot counter. It's now 24-21 for the Voodoos, and more rough stuff. After the whistle, you would think that this has been a couple of meetings between these two teams now, and not the first, with the way that they're reacting after every whistle.
Yeah, there's plenty of familiarity though between the two teams, so maybe there's some lingering tensions from previous interactions.
1:41 left on the clock in the second period. 6-3 Voodoos lead. Owen Head, the most recent goal scorer for Powassan. Russo against Demers. Demers wins the draw. McCoy takes the shot, and Najo makes another glove save.
I don't know if there was some sort of scouting report that was made that I haven't noticed, but all the shots recently seem to be going towards Najo's glove.
Well, he's made them so far.
Well, that's what I'm like. I haven't noticed a weakness, particularly on his glove side, but that's where all the shots are going.
Off the draw, the Voodoos get it out of their zone. No, they do not. As Lefebvre tried to chip at it, but it's kept in. Now Cullen. Up the ice to Lefebvre. Got it to Russo. Russo flips it down. Dawson chases after. Dawson and McCoy collide. Now St. Pierre with the puck. St. Pierre battling for it. Ouellette got to it, though, and now it's going the other way. Sherwin flips the puck in. Najo out to play it. Plays it around behind his net. Lefebvre takes a hard hit. It's left back by Sherwin. To Box chasing after it. Sends the puck, but now the Storm get it out front. And a good chance there. Not sure if Najot made the save or if it went wide. Now to the near side, the Storm cleared it themselves as Gray's going to have to chase after it. Hall gets to it in the near side corner. Hall flips it down the ice. Now the puck is in the neutral zone, picked up by Landry. Landry going for a skate, tried to get over to Boats. Couldn't quite connect on that pass though, as the Storm now pick it back up. Ouellette nearly lost it to Bradley, but Bradley overskated it. Landry pokes it forward. Back the other way. Flips it back in again. Boats to Gray. Flips it right back in. 15 seconds left in the second period. Bagley with the puck behind his net. Bagley flips it out front. Sends it back down the ice, and Landry's going to get a piece of it, send it in deep, and that should wrap up what's left of the second period. And Ben, as there's more rough stuff, look at that after the whistle between these two teams. Boat skates in there, and now another chance here as there's a couple of players right up against each other, and the referees are still having to clear them. Boats came in as he saw Bradley being double teamed.
Yeah, so what happened there was didn't even see which player, might have been Chestnut behind the net, flipped the puck at the whistle or at the buzzer and hit Bradley. So Bradley took exception to that. And then, you know how these things do. The numbers start to add up and more players are in the corner.
Well, Ben, it's 40 minutes are gone in this game. I'm going to ask you my generic question, your final thoughts on that second period before we go to break.
Well, it wasn't their best period in my opinion. I think the Storm played really well, and they had some good power play time in there as too, and got some good chances. Having that period start off 4-0 with a 2-minute 5-on-3, I was expecting that period to go a different way. The Storm came back, and we're going to have a close hockey game here for this third period.
Well, we'll have to see if that is the truth or if things get blown out of proportion a little bit in that third period. We'll be back with more on the other side of this. He's Ben. I'm Courtney. Also, happy birthday, Mike Brown, our camera operator. And we welcome you back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for period number 3 between the Iroquois Falls Storm and the Powassan Voodoos. Don't go anywhere just yet. It's a 6-3 hockey game between these two teams that have found no shortage of ways to score and fill the back of the net. I'm Courtney Kenny, he's Ben Long, and we'll try and take you through the out-of-town scoreboard right now. After 40 minutes of play, it's 1-1 between the Blind River Beavers and the Hearst Lumberjacks. It's knotted at 2 at the start of the third between the Sioux Eagles and the Timmins Rock. In French River, Kirkland Lakes kind of stepped ahead a little bit, 4-1 at the start of the third period there. And the Sioux Thunderbirds, after 40 minutes of play, lead the Greater Sudbury Cubs 4-2 in that game in Sault Ste. Marie, Ontario. So that should be an interesting one to follow all along. In this one, it's been Ryan Saginaw from Jax Pereira, Braden Begley. Then Jax Pereira with his first from Caden Cowell and Anthony Boyes. Heath Bradley getting his first, assisted by Jesse Lefebvre and Caleb Dawson. Then Reed DeBox to Caleb Dawson and Ben Giussoni. Then Anthony Boyes from Caden Cowell and Jax Pereira. And Michael LaRock, his first, followed by Lucas Willoughby and Benjamin Kupel, and then Owen Head most recently for the Voodoos.
And as you mentioned, they're finding no shortage of ways to score. Yesterday, these two teams combined scored in a combined 11 goals between the two of them in their different games. They're up to 9 so far with a period left, and I doubt they're done with the way they've been playing so far today, so could get to 11 again today combined.
But this one goes to 11. Shots are 24-22 in favor of the Voodoos. The Storm and the Road Whites are going left to right in this third period, and the Voodoos in their home greens with a chance as Dawson got a couple of shots off there. There was one that bounced in and Dawson got the rebound. The Voodoos in their home greens are going right to left. Pardon me. Braden Begley with the puck out of his behind his own net, nearly gives it away. He does. Has a chance here, but a good play by Marnell to knock his man down. Now there's a Storm player that's slow to get up, but he has been able to rejoin the play. I thought he was going to go to the bench right away, but he didn't. That was Matthew Ouellette. Now the puck sent back in. The Storm have the puck behind Hall's net. Alex Hall, who's done a good job since coming in the second period. Puck back in. Head tries to play it back around for Marnell. And now it's played back to the point. Good chance, and that one's sticked aside by Najot. Puck all the way back down. It's hit an edge. Will it have enough for icing? And they waved it off. So the Storm still have to keep on playing. McCoy, or rather McCrock with the puck. Flips it down the ice. Head flips it right back from where it came. And that'll be icing against the Voodoos here with 1:20 off the clock.
And there's been a couple weird bounces of the puck, including that first shot that led to the Dawson rebound shot, and one coming out in front of the net there when Marnell was trying to play the puck. That we commented on the amount of water that was on the ice, and that, you know, the Zamboy was just off the ice as the refs were stepping on to start this period, so there may be some weird puck movement from some wet ice spots.
Puck back down. The Storm have to corral it in their own zone, and they do. Going back down the other way. Good stick there by Pereira, knocks it away from his man. Now McCoy has it. McCoy up for Peaver. Peaver got a piece of it, so no icing there against Iroquois Falls. DeBox has the puck, plays it around to the near side. Cowell couldn't quite get to it as Kupel got to it. Kupel, who scored a nice goal, shorthanded for the Storm. Giussoni flips the puck down the ice. Fox flips it right back up. Now Trethewey with the puck. Trethewey was looking for a pass, but it lost it to Giussoni. Now Giussoni has lost it to the Storm. It's out front. Cowell picks it up. Cowell flips it down the ice, and that one took a weird bounce, so it's off the skate of Pereira. Now to the far side. Good chance by Brownlee, just goes wide as Pereira set him up for the 1T. Now Pereira on the far side. Still battling for it. Flips it down the ice. And Cullen gets to it. Cullen gets it up for Cowell. Cowell tried to feather it ahead to Pereira, but instead it's picked back up by the Storm. Now Demers walks in. Demers trying to cut to the front, couldn't quite get to it. As now Pereira flips it off the glass, but it is out. It nearly didn't get out. Now Brownlee's to the races. Brownlee walks in, takes a shot. That one hit a stick and goes well above the net. Brownlee buzzing on that shift.
Yeah, he got a couple good shots off there. That last one was deflected and didn't make it to the net, but that first one I thought was a good chance as well on the one-timer from Pereira.
Just under 3 minutes, 2 minutes 58 seconds to be precise have been played in the third period. Face-off won by Bradley, but the Storm get the first real possession off of it as the puck is flipped back down the ice again to Box. He's going to get to it as that'll be icing against the Storm. 6-3 is your score. 26-23 is the shots in favor of Powassan.
We have face-off to the left-hand side of Hall.
Puck is won by the Voodoos to Box. Tried to play it in off the boards and is picked up by Bradley, but he couldn't quite get a hold of it though and lost it. Now to Box. Back down the ice, Bradley. Nice pass up for Boats. Boats walks to the middle, couldn't quite get a shot away. Trying to get a couple of whacks at it, but he couldn't. As now the puck is around to the far side for Gray. Gray tried to play it out. Bradley got a piece of it. Bradley looked to play it out front for Landry. Landry chasing after it. Landry, whose back of his jersey's all bunched up, has to chase after it. Now it's up for Bradley again. Bradley to Boats. Landry chasing after it. Hall has the puck, flips it up for his man, and the Storm once again. Flip it down the ice. Cullen picks it up at his own blue line. Cullen up the ice was looking for Russo. Russo finally got to it after a stick. Negated that one at first, and that one saved by Hall off the stick of Russo. Dawson, far side to Russo. Russo back for Cullen. Cullen takes the shot. That one looking to hit a body, couldn't quite. Marnell plays it in deep. Now Lefebvre gets to it. Lefebvre still battling for it. Off the boards to Dawson. Dawson up for Cullen. Cullen for Dawson. Dawson plays it around. It's going to come to the near side. Marnell chasing after it. Marnell threw it towards the front of the net. And there's going to be a penalty coming here against Marnell as he just looked to like he was going to argue it, but then he just put his hand up and said never mind and skated towards the box.
Yeah, I mean, follow through on a shot. I guess you got to be careful where your stick's going, but it's 2 minutes you'd rather not be taking for sure.
Especially a player like Marnell who's so good defensively for the Voodoos organization. Peter Goulet is getting an explanation from the referee. As Dawson and Russo are going to stay out there to start the penalty kill. Russo was able to get it down the ice. Now Dawson chasing after it. Dawson might have a bit of a break. Dawson cutting in, tries to flip it up on Hall as it ended up becoming a little bit too tight to take a shot, but he still did on the backhand, and a good save made there by Hall. Now walking in, Trethewey. Trethewey goes around behind the net, puts it out front. I think it hit a body and went wide. Now Trethewey with the puck, gets it back to Gray at the point. Gray takes a shot, hits a body or a stick rather, and Najo made the save. Now Dawson trying to get the puck out. Got it back. Jasoni sends it down the ice. Now it's Sherwin with it in his own zone. Sherwin up for Gray. Gray walks in, leaves it for Trethewey. Trethewey, far side. It's picked off by the Voodoos and flipped down the ice. Not very far though as Trethewey picks it up. Now it's Bradley who gets it. Bradley back for Lefebvre. Takes a shot. He scores! Jesse Lefebvre, short-handed, makes it 7-3.
And that was Chris Dawson's second prediction of the game, that Jesse would score his first goal for the Voodoos today, and he managed to get it. Chris Dawson is 2 for 2 on his predictions on the night.
Well, maybe you should go and buy a lottery card. As Jesse Lefebvre picks up his first goal, as you just mentioned, in Voodoos green. It's now a 7-3 game, and the Storm still on the man advantage as Bradley steals it shorthanded again. Bradley for Lefebvre. Lefebvre backhanded chance. Could you imagine 2 goals on 2 shots for Lefebvre after he was snake bitten to start the season, as that's a good save again by Hall. Now Willoughby skating around behind the net. Flips it back to the point. 40 seconds on the clock. Still battling for it. To the near side now. Cullen. Got it to Kupel. Back for LaCroix. LaCroix. Up for Kupel. But now Cullen's going to pin it to the boards with 20 seconds left on the man advantage. Bagley's in there as well. Still battling. There's 3 white jerseys to 2 green, and the Storm are going to come away with it as they get it back to the point. LaCroix with a shot, and that's off the pad of Najo. Now LaCroix again. Going for a skate. Got the puck to Willoughby, and now Bagley's just going to wrestle him off the puck, and the puck's going to come back to Lefebvre, who's going to send it down the ice. And it was still with the man advantage, so no icing, even though it's now back to 5-on-5. Hall came out to play the puck. Willoughby from his own zone. Going for a skate through the neutral zone. Willoughby walks in. Willoughby taking it into the corner to Box, trying to pin him against the boards. Now it's to Head. Head tried to get around his man. Got it to Jasoni. Jasoni couldn't get past Kupel, though. Now, there goes a body flying in front of a referee. That was Willoughby. No call coming there as Willoughby still has the puck. Plays it back to the point. LaCroix, far side. He fanned on it. Now Saginaw gets to it. Saginaw up for Head. Head goes for a skate, looking for some options. Just decides to put it in deep for Boys. Now back for Saginaw. Saginaw, who got this whole goal-scoring craziness started in the first, tried a backhand chance. Back down the ice again. It's off the ice and down past Cullen, so that'll go for icing against the Storm. 12:23 left in this third period.
Every time we get to see Saginaw skate with the puck, I just think, man, he is a smooth skater. That, yeah, I'm so glad I get to watch him play. Like, he's just a pleasure to watch out there on the ice.
Lots of goals, now 10 combined between these two teams for the 183 in attendance this evening, or 193, sorry. There's now a penalty going against the Storm, so the Voodoos will be back on the offensive attack here.
It looks like another call for slashing, that they're just not letting any stick work go, which, I mean, I suppose is a good thing, and it's going both ways, so it's not like it's one-sided calls, but man, there's been a lot of special teams.
Loads. I would say there's been almost as many penalty minutes as minutes played.
Yeah.
On the near side half wall, the Voodoos trying to dig away at it. And they do come away with it briefly as Boys is taken right back into the boards. Pereira in there as well with Saginaw. Still battling on the half wall. Lots of time ticking off the clock here on this man advantage. As the puck finally comes loose with Pereira. Pereira behind the net. Pereira back to the point for Bagley. Bagley to the near side for Cowell. It's off his stick, but he quickly gets it back. Now Saginaw goes to walk back to the point, gives it back to Cowell. Cowell out front was looking to get a man. That was Boys on the one-timer. And the puck goes down the ice, and it's out for Najo to play. Tomas Najo allowing 3 goals so far on 25 shots faced. As now it's picked up on the shorthanded attempt here for the Storm. As that's going to be a high stick call against Cowell, or rather he's going to be the person that the high stick was on. So the Storm are going to get another penalty coming up as Pereira off to the races. Pereira plays it for Lefebvre. Lefebvre, far side, tries to get a chance now. Hall swimming in his crease. He's going to be able to stop that. Somehow Alex Hall was able to keep the puck out of the net.
We have Cowell checking for blood. We might get those, get a double minor there as you forlorningly lamented the loss of with the cage.
Did you read your thesaurus this morning?
I think so. I checked out my dictionary. I was like, what words can I throw in here?
How would you say in a different way, happy birthday, cameraman Mike Brown?
Oh. Happy annual celebration of your entrance into this world.
Well, it's more than annual with him. Lefebvre at the point with the puck. Over for Jasoni. Jasoni back for Lefebvre. Lefebvre takes a shot. That heavy shot just missed the net. And now Lefebvre's going to pick it back up on the far side. Lefebvre at the point to Jasoni. Jasoni walks, takes the shot. Hall makes the save. And Dawson was right there on the doorstep.
Hall has been really sharp in this game so far. He's faced, I don't even know what the shots were when he came in, but he's faced nearly 20 shots, and I think he's only letting a couple of the goals. And
off the draw, Jasoni to Lefebvre. Lefebvre with another shot. That one hit a body, never made it through to Hall. Now Lefebvre back for Jasoni. Jasoni in tight for Dawson. Dawson goes cross ice, and he was looking for Russo. Now it's Russo in the corner, back for Lefebvre. Lefebvre takes another chance. That hits a body and goes wide. Now Russo plays it back to Lefebvre. It's 5-on-4. Jasoni with the shot, and Hall. Another save with the Voodoos still on the man advantage for over a minute, and now they're going to change their lines.
The Lefebvre and Jasoni pairing on the point on the power play is an interesting pairing, as neither of them are particularly tall individuals, but they're both really good at skating and good puck-moving players, so they both got some really good chances there out of their ability to move the puck back and forth.
Bagley off the draw quickly to Cowell. Cowell now in deep for Saginaw. Saginaw is going to play it back into the corner for Cowell. Cowell is going to go walk around, flip it back for Saginaw. Saginaw has to get a piece of it. He does. Now he plays it up for Cowell. Cowell along to the far side for Pereira. Pereira for Bagley. Bagley tried to get a shot away, but that one was blocked by Gray. Gray is going to play it, but it's kept in by Bagley. Bagley trying to keep it in. No, it's going to come out now for the Storm. Under a minute on the man advantage. Saginaw back to get in his own zone. Saginaw throws across ice for Bagley. That one's going to hit off the boards. Now a chance here for Ouellette as that one goes wide. Saginaw flips it back in. Gray is going to pinch in and keep the puck into Voodoos territory. Takes a sharp angle shot. Najo is going to play it after he made the save. Now Saginaw is going to leave it for Bagley. Bagley going for a skate again. Plays it to the near side for Pereira. Pereira takes a hard hit going in. And the Storm are going to pick it back up. Iroquois falls down the ice again. Flipping it in. Najo plays it. Leaves it behind his net. Najo left it for the Storm though, but now the Voodoos are able to pick it back up with no further harm coming. Landry out from his own zone. Landry flips it down the ice. Fox is going to get to it. Fox plays it, but he can't get it out as Landry picks it up. Bradley in there as well. Landry on the far side wall. It's sent back in, but now it hits a body and comes out. Cullen picks it up, throws it to the far side for Boats. It's in his skates. He couldn't find it. Now he lost a good chance there. Coming in tight was the Storm, as that was Callahan on the chance there. But that will bring us to our mid-period break. We'll be back with more Voodoos hockey on the other side of this.
Average Joe's Eatery and Patio Bar is North Bay's only year-round lakefront restaurant. On the shores of beautiful Trout Lake, we have been serving delicious food and stunning views since 1999. Indulge in one of our delicious menu items, or simply sit with a cocktail in hand and watch the beauty of Trout Lake before your eyes. Check us out online at averagejoes.net or visit us in person at 3501 Trout Lake Road, North Bay.
And welcome back inside the Powassan Sportsplex for the final half of period number 3. It's 7-3 for the Powassan Voodoos. One last look around the league. The Hearst Lumberjacks are leading Blind River 2-1 now halfway through the third. Timmins is doubling up the Sioux Eagles, so it looks like the winless streak is going to continue. It's 4-2 halfway through the third period there. Kirkland Lake, French River, not a lot of breathing room there. It's a 4-3 game for the Gold Miners. And halfway through the third period, the Sioux Thunderbirds are up 4-2 on the Greater Sudbury Cubs.
This game so far has been a perfect 10 goals. 7 for the Powassan Voodoos, 3 for the Iroquois Storm. But 8.5 minutes left, that could change.
Off the draw, the Voodoos get it out. Dawson has the puck. Dawson nearly lost it, but he plays it over to Lefebvre. Lefebvre stops up, plays it for Dawson. Dawson looking to go out front. Got it to DeBox. DeBox with a shot. Hall with the save. Rebound. It's right there. It's in. And they score. Caleb Dawson on the doorstep. He continues his hot streak here as he gets his 7th of the season.
Yeah, he added his first assist of the season today after having such a strong goal scoring streak. But to put up to 7 goals so far, that's a good run that he's on. I remember after the first game, he scored 2 in that first game. We were like, hey, you just got to keep that pace up for the rest of the year. And it's not quite there, but he's halfway.
7 in 6 games played.
Yep.
He was a goal-a-game player his last year of AAA hockey, which is impressive. Pereira walks in, leaves it, takes a shot. That was Cullen. That one hit a body and went high and wide. He's also nearing his career highs in goals as well, as he's 2-7 in the NOJHL. The Storm trying to make something happen, but the Voodoos have possession. It's Cullen playing the puck down the ice. Now it's Carter Buckman on the near side. Plays it to Boyce. Boyce in the corner with it. Dawson's career high was last year, 10 goals, or his rookie season, 10 goals. And that was in a lot more games played, let me tell you.
Yeah.
That was in 54 games played.
Yeah, so to be at 7-6 is not bad.
13 minutes nearly gone here in this one. As a good pick by Pereira, gets the puck away, but it's quickly corralled by Hall, but he picks it back up. Now it's back to Marnell. Marnell try to get a shot away, but a good stick there by Chestnut knocks that one away. Now the other way. Willoughby walking in. It's a 2-on-1. Willoughby. Good play by DeBox. Now a secondary chance rolls in on Najo, and he makes the save. But DeBox making a great play to block that one.
Yeah, and that block almost came to backfire as Najo was moving with the pass across the net, but he was able to catch the edge and push himself back in order to cover it up when that play, the puck went back. But that was just a great play by DeBox to stop that pass, which would have been a really great attempt for the Storm.
Hudon with the shot. That one hit a body, never made it to Najo. Now the puck goes around behind the net. Flipping it back to the blue line. It's kept in by the Storm. Another chance, and that one's off the stick of Najo and into the corner. 6:20 on the clock left. 8-3 Voodoos lead. And I guess you could say beneficially this one goes to 11.
Oh, that was a good one. Why not make 10 louder?
But this one goes to 11. Bradley is going to carry the puck offside as Boats was knocked down and slid over the line. And Bradley looking at the referee saying, yeah, but this one goes to 11.
There was a little looking at the referee like he was clearly interfered with. That's why he was sliding across the ice.
And then the referee looked back at him and said, yeah, but this one goes to 11. Oh, it's not even October yet.
Movies.
Hopefully people know what movie that is. Or else they're just like, why are these guys going about 11? Willoughby plays the puck down the ice. Russo. I keep seeing that there's like a second one coming out. I don't know how true that is.
They've been talking about it since the first one, so I'm not sure.
Good chance there on the secondary chance there for the Storm. Najo got a piece and it went wide. Now Willoughby to the near side. It's knocked away by Marnell though, and he sends the puck down the ice. Picked up by McCoy in his own zone. McCoy up for Willoughby. Willoughby tried to get a shot away, but he fanned on it. 5 minutes left in this one. Back to the slot. Good chance here, but it was fanned on. Now Boats going the other way. Boats has the puck on the near side. Is picked up by Cullen now. Cullen with a shot, and that one's well over Hall's net. Back down the other way. Buckman to get it. 4:50 on the clock. Buckman behind his net. Again, plying his trade with the U18 Trappers in North Bay this season as the puck comes in, and Najo had to cover that one up to make the save. Buckman called upon with injuries to Brown, Kratz, and Roussel.
I'm surprised not more exception was maybe taken against Kupel there, who clearly snowed Nash off when he covered that one up, but I guess when you're up 8-3, you maybe say, let's not go take extra penalties right now.
Off the draw, the Storm with possession. Kupel with it. Now to the near side. That one's picked up and back out front. Kupel with a shot. He has a goal in this one. Nice shorthanded goal for the Storm. And it's picked up by the Voodoos. Marnell looking down the ice, was trying to get to Saginaw. No icing on that play. As Saginaw now tries to pick it up in the Storm zone. Couldn't quite get a piece of it, though. As the Storm flip it right back down the ice. Marnell to Cullen. Cullen battling for it. Tried to get it out front was the Storm. Now it's picked up by Saginaw. Saginaw, who had his pocket picked there, lost it. Now Head has it. Picked back up by the Storm. Flipping it back around. Marnell to Saginaw. Saginaw. Still pucks going everywhere. Now it's Gray taking a shot. Najo making the save. 3 goals on 32 shots. Nice little between the leg pass back out front. Didn't make it into a shooting lane though, as the puck did get back to Gray and he took a shot. Najo gloves it down and calmly leaves his crease as Marnell has a couple of words with Kooples, who has been all over the Voodoos this game.
Yeah, Kooples and Goodwin were both in there, and Marnell, a big boy from the east. He can definitely hold his own out there on the ice. And I just saw a penalty called, I thought, but no one is in the box. So maybe not.
No, it looks like 5-on-5 to me. Pereira off the draw, lost to Callahan. Callahan goes back to the point for Fox. Fox with a shot, that one hit a body, and now it's back into the neutral zone. As going back in is Callahan. Callahan with a sharp angle chance. And that's another save made there by Najo. 3:17 on the clock. 8-3 Voodoos lead.
And Brownlee blocked that shot from the point there, leading to that potential breakout. And looks to be in a little discomfort on the bench. Looked like I hit him in the arm maybe. But
he's off this line right now too, like you mentioned. We'll have to keep an eye on him. Hopefully he gets another chance in this one. Boats going down the ice, chasing after it, picks it up. Got it to Pereira. Pereira couldn't hold on to it, though, as Cowell tried to fake out Hudon with slapping his stick on the ice, looking for a blind pass.
Yeah,
never came.
I don't know if those stick taps ever work, but you really just got to hang your head in shame if you're the guy that gives one of those up and sets someone to giving Caden Cowell a free break is not something you want to be doing.
Alex Galchenyuk, Travis Dermott. List goes on for Leafs fans.
Galchenyuk was still playing for the Canadians that season.
Apparently. That was his last kick of the can in the NHL too.
Didn't he have some games?
Oh, he might have played with Arizona, yeah. But either way, it was with Arizona that things kind of went.
Yeah. I can't remember if that was before the season or after the season that happened.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to look it up again. But either way, Alex Galchenyuk, great role model.
Yes.
At one point in time, he probably could have had the keys to Montreal if he wanted them.
Oh, I think so.
30 goal scorer, 3rd overall pick for the Canadians.
He was the savior for a while.
I remember him and Gallagher came up at the same time.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, these two guys with Gals for names, they're going to be unbelievable. And Gallagher's still trucking along, but...
Gallagher was a few years older and played in the AHL.
Yeah, but Galchenyuk is not still trucking along. And to be fair, Gallagher's not really the player he was anymore. His head steps off the bench, goes in. Cal tries to get a shot. Gallagher's not the player he was, even 5 years ago, but he's still a good player on the Habs.
As a smaller guy who plays such a physical role, like that's inevitable that by the time you get to your late 30s, you're not the player you were.
That's why I'm shocked about a guy like Brad Marchand being who he is. He's a smaller guy who plays physical.
I'm surprised he got the contract that he got, too.
Yeah, I'm sure Florida fans will be in a couple of years, too.
Yeah.
LTIR, Marchand Island. Buckman trying to get the puck in. 1:20 left on the clock. 8-3, Voodoos lead. And as going the other way is the Storm, taken down right in front of the linesman. That'll be a penalty coming up against Powassan. As the whistles have been blown, the arms are in the air. And the Storm will probably get another couple of chances here on this power play.
Yeah, the last minute, they're going to have a hard time making up the 5-goal difference, but they might be able to take a little moral victory by popping one in We're 2 in at the end of the game here.
The Storm? The Storm are going to the box? Oh, it looks like both teams are getting...
Oh, they're just misconduct calling them. Oh,
Landry's going to go in the box, though.
Yeah, because I'm sure that was going to be a 2 minutes for hooking.
Yeah, and then Head's gone to the locker room. Chestnut flipping the puck in towards the net. It's stopped, though. And out of play, I should say. Minute 6 left on the clock. It's 8-3. Do you pull the goalie if you're the Iroquois Falls Storm?
I don't think there's a point to that.
No, there probably isn't. Minute 6. Minute 55 on the man advantage. And it's Brownlee back out there. Puck played back to the blue line. Chestnut with it. Chestnut played it out as Boats had his stick in there to shake things up a little bit. Now Gray has to go all the way back into his own zone. Plays it for Chestnut. Chestnut. As there's a Voodoos glove on the ice, that's Bradley's glove. He's able to fish it back up. And the Storm still on the attack. 40 seconds, Willoughby takes a shot. Najo makes the save. As the shots are nearly equal now, 36-35 in favor of Powassan with 35.3 seconds left on the clock. That's a lot of threes.
Yeah. There is a lot of threes over there. In the shot clock, in the time clock, in the period clock, in the visitor score clock. They're just all over.
Boats and Ouellette having a few things to say to each other as they skate off. Looks like Ouellette, no, they were just leading them back to the benches. So Owen Head does get a 10-minute misconduct. 35.3 seconds left still on this man advantage and in this game. Bradley in the corner. Got it to the point, kept in. Another chance, blocked aside by Najo. And we'll get another stoppage here with the score, 8-3.
And that was a huge bounce off his blocker where it nearly cleared the netting in the corner.
Off the draw, the Voodoos try to get it down. It's kept back in again by the Storm. And now DuBois plays it far side. Back to the blue line, Bradley. Flips it out for Brownlee. Brownlee goes for a skate. Brownlee tried to cut to the middle. McCoy's skates got in the way. McCoy with the puck, and they're just going to let time expire here as the Voodoos are going to improve to 5-1 on the early part of this season with a big 8-3 victory over the Iroquois Falls Storm. What a game. Thomas Najo getting his first NOJHL career victory and his first win with the Voodoos, making 33 saves on 36 shots. And a hard-earned victory for the young netminder.
Yeah, as we talked about, coming into this game, he had a bit of a rough spot that he was put in coming in the third period previously, and that doesn't look great on your numbers, but he definitely made up for that today. He had a bit of a trouble in that second period, but the first and the third, he looked really solid.
Lots of goals scored by the Voodoos, a couple of goals scored by the visiting Storm. Alex Hall coming in relief of Justin Sullivan, who I thought did an outstanding job for the young netminder. And we'll just get to see who our 3 stars is here before we wrap things up. And I would have to imagine Dawson's going to be one of them as he had a few points. It looks like he's going to be one of them standing over there in the corner. And it looks like maybe even Lefebvre.
Yeah, it looks like
and
Lefebvre.
Bradley. No, yep. Heath Bradley, your 3rd star of the game. Big game by the alternate captain. And Jesse Lefebvre is your 2nd star, leaving Caleb Dawson as star number 1. And I have a feeling that we're probably going to see Caleb mentioned as a weekly star as well.
Yeah.
With the week he's put together here for the Voodoos. Absolutely outstanding for the young man.
Yeah, he's put in the work, and he's gone through some trials, and he's just working his way through them, and he's putting up some great numbers and having a good year.
All right, Ben, your final thoughts on this one before we wrap things up.
Yeah, that second period was rough. But the first and third were great for the Voodoos, and I think, I would like to see them more control the puck and control shots on net a little more than having an even shot game. But to come out winning 8-3, I don't think there's, I can't complain too much with that.
Big win for the Voodoos on Saturday. They go 2-1 this week, with their only blemish coming against the Espanola Paper Kings on Wednesday, but still picking up 4 big points in the NOJHL. Remember, it's all one division, so every game matters in this 11-team league. Should be a good one. I'm Courtney Kenny. He's Ben Long. Of course, our camera operator, Mike Brown.
Happy birthday,
as always. Mike. And, of course, happy birthday. We'll be back with more Voodoos hockey at the next home game, whenever that is. I didn't look at the schedule. Bye.